For chapter 10, we're going to talk about circles. And today we're just going to identify the parts of a circle. So we'll just. Specifically, line segments of circles. So a circle, by definition, is a point, and then all the points that are equidistant from that point. So I'm just freehanding this, but basically every point on the circle should be the exact same distance. And for some reason the document camera kind of makes it skew. So as I draw it on the paper, it looks more like a circle, but now as I look at it on the screen, it's a little bit crunched. It's like kind of crunched this way on the screen. But anyways, that is what a circle is. So we identify by whatever that circle, this is called the center. So we would say the circle C, because C is the center of the circle. Okay, and then there's different parts, or another way that we can write it is they draw a little circle like this, and then they would say C. And then other parts of the circle would be is that if I went from the center of the circle out to the edge of the circle, right, we would call this the radius. Now the radius is from the center of the circle out to the edge or the circumference. If we have a line that connects one part of the circle to the other part of the circle, we call that a chord. Okay. If we have, and let me point this out too. I said it, but let me just write it down. C is the center. Actually, we'll do it like this. I already wrote that down. And then lastly, if we have a line that goes through the center of the circle, in other words, a chord that goes through the center of the circle is called the diameter. So we'll say the diameter is a chord that goes through the center. And that's really all we're going to focus on today. One other thing that we could have on a circle, so if I draw another circle, we can have lines that intersect a circle. So if I have a line that intersects at 2 points, now notice I'm not going to call this a chord. This from here to here is a chord, but when I have a line that goes beyond it, we give it a different name, because technically from this point to this point is the chord, but the line is going outside of the circle. So we're going to focus on the entire line, and if it intersects at 2 points, then we call that a secant line. Now sometimes you'll have a line that intersects at only 1 point. This is called a tangent line. Okay. And then this little point right here is what we call the point of tangency. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Okay. So let's do example number one. That was a lot of stuff that I had to write down for example number one, but I needed to explain all that stuff before we could do example number one. So example number one is pretty simple. You're going to have a circle with a point C and then we have a core. Oops, I'm saying the answers because I'm just talking out loud. This is point A, this is point B, so we have a line segment AB. Then we have this point DF, no, DE, and then they ask us to label the parts. So I would say the line DE, that's the tangent line. Then the line AG is the secant line. And then the line segment AB, that is the diameter. B is the point of tangency. And then CB and CA, those are radiuses of the circle. That's it.